Hi, good morning. Now we all know and we all get lots of PowerPoint presentations. We get these presentations which are full of facts, they're full of figures, they're full of data. But how many of these do you remember? The study shows that 90% of these facts and figures are forgotten within a week. But I've been to conferences where people, come to see me after 2 years and they say, "Well, that story you told 2 years ago, that was brilliant." Nobody tells me that Mohit, your third slide was absolutely brilliant. They don't remember the slides, but they remember the stories. So stories stick, and that's what we need to use in our professional lives. This is a very, very powerful tool, very, very potent tool. But sadly, we don't realize it. We don't use it, and if we use it, we don't use it effectively. So I'll tell you a small story. I used to live in UK many years ago, and like many other Western countries, the government pays for the healthcare, and they realized the cost of healthcare, caring for senior citizens, what they call OAPs, old age pensioners, was rising disproportionately, and in one particular category, which was the hip and joint replacement operations. And these councils work on a limited budget, so they said, well, we need to somehow bring this cost down. And what's the remedy? Very simple. A preventive remedy: senior citizens, if they drank more milk, if they drank regular milk, it had a very direct, linear, highly proportionate impact or decrease in the amount of hip problems, the arthritis, the joint replacement operations they needed. They said very simply, if you drink more milk, our costs of caring for you comes down and you have a healthier lifestyle. You don't get arthritis, you don't get hip problems, you don't get joint problems. You have a vigorous, healthier lifestyle. So they ran an advertising campaign full of facts. They said, 80% of figures, I don't remember the figures, but I'm just making these up. So 80% of people who drank regular milk regularly, they never need hip joint operations. And they ran this campaign. They ran it for 3 months. Result: no joy, no uptake, neither in the quantity of milk, consumption of milk, and no decrease in the healthcare costs. So they said, well, are we doing something wrong? No, this is a very simple calcium-based advertising campaign. You can't get it wrong. So they said, okay, maybe we're not spending enough money. So they spend more money. They ran more campaigns. They increased their spend in terms of the media's channels they were covering. Instead of just print-based advertising, they went on radio. They went on television. They went on big hoardings, and they ran drop leaflets in newspapers into people's homes. And they ran other more campaigns. 6 more months. Again, what do you expect? No significant impact, neither in the consumption of milk nor any proportionate decrease in the healthcare costs. They said, no, this isn't working, and we need to rethink the whole thing. And they had somebody enlightened amongst them and said, well, maybe because we're running a campaign full of facts and figures and it's very dry, it's very cold, it's not very inspiring, it's not very motivating. They said, okay, you smart ass, do you have some brilliant idea? They said, yes. So this man designed a different campaign for them. And essentially, let me describe this campaign for you. But this man, they ran an advert, 30-second slot, showing an old man knocking on the door. A woman, an elegant old woman opens the door, and this man walks inside, and they start hugging, and they're kissing, and they're just getting very intimate. And few seconds, so they see that they show the door closing, and then this man, and after a while, this man comes out, and he's very happy, and he's just walking on the lawn, and he's very sprightly. He's jumping over the fence, he's jumping over the rose bushes, and he's just a very vigorous, energetic young old man. And then he comes on the road, and strangely enough, he goes into the curb and he walks into the second house in a row of houses, and he knocks on the door. Again, another gorgeous old woman opens the door, and again they're kissing, they're hugging, and they close the door. And this man again comes out. He's again very happy, very cheerful, very energetic, very vigorous, and again he's just jumping with joy. He has very light, sprightly feet. He's just is running with joy, jumping with joy, walking with joy. And then this man, they show him entering his own house, and they show him drinking a big transparent big glass of milk. And there they stop. They have a still image where this man is drinking this big white glass of milk, and then the caption comes. Some name, James Adams, retired milkman, still doing the rounds. Did you get it? Retired milkman, still doing the rounds. And then they show a glass of milk saying, milk, legendary stuff. So they conveyed the message that if you drink milk, you have a far more vigorous, energetic, healthier lifestyle. You're still, a great joy with the women, with the ladies. And I'm sure. And what do you get? What do you expect? This had the impact on the milk consumption. It shot up, and within a matter of couple of quarters, the operational costs for the arthritis, caring for the senior citizens, came dramatically down. And they knew it. They didn't even have to wait for 6 months, because they knew the consumption of milk immediately, almost practically immediately, went up in the communities where all these old age pensioners were staying. So stories, so data. So moral of the story is, you can tell all the numbers, you can tell all the facts, you can tell all the figures, but data doesn't move people. Data doesn't convince people. People don't act on data alone. You have to tell a convincing story. You have to tell an inspiring story. So my request, humble submission to you is, with a lot of love and respect, go ahead, use stories, tell stories, because data, doesn't move people. Data doesn't convince people. Stories move people. So go ahead and tell stories. Thank you.